welcome back to chemistry class. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum is the fifth lesson in your NCERT syllabus. Okay, so before moving on to the chapter, let me ask you a question. When we talk about anything which is present in the earth, how will you classify it? So whatever substance is there, you can classify them into two. The first classification it is natural, and the second classification it is artificial or man-made. Okay. And students, like the things which are made up of, like wood, the furniture, okay, the things like plastic, okay, the metals, etc. Whatever it is there, they are all artificially prepared, right? And some things which is already present in the nature, they are artificial, right? Yes. Look at here. Today we are talking about the resources. Resources. What are resources? What are resources? Is it useful to us? Yes. Resources are anything which we want to use for our existence. Okay? I will write the definition. Things which are useful for our existence are called resources. Okay, this is the definition for resources. Okay, is there any classification for these resources? Yes, these resources can be classified into two. These resources can be classified into two. The first type, it is natural resources. Natural resources. Then what are natural resources? Yes, the resources which are obtained from nature. Okay, these are known as natural resources. Can you say some examples of natural resources? Yes, you can say so many examples like water, sunlight, etc. Water, sunlight, etc. are the examples of natural resources. So students, what is the next classification? The next classification, it is the artificial or man-made resources. How will you write the definition? Yes, the resources which are obtained artificially or artificially prepared resources are known as artificial or man-made resources. You can say any examples like coal, right? Plastics. Any other examples? Yes, rubber. These all are the examples of artificial or man-made resources. Okay, students, the exhaustible resources can be also known as non-renewable resources. Why it is known as non-renewable? Which cannot be synthesized again and again. Like this availability is very less. Okay, so once it used, if you use the petrol after burning, it will get over fast. We cannot store it for the future purpose. Or if you use natural gas, so once you use, it will finish. Okay, so it is not renewable. Okay, and inexhaustible resources, they are known as renewable resources. Renewable resources, because which can be used, which is present in a limited stock. If you use sunlight, the sunlight is not getting over. You can use as much as whatever it is possible. As much as you want, you can use, because it is a non-limited, right? It is unlimited. So they are known as renewable resources. Okay, when we talk about the inexhaustible fuels, let's moving on to the fossil fuels. Students, what are fossil fuels? Fossil fuels. Did you ever heard the term fossil? Yes. From the dead plants and animals, the fuels have been obtained. Okay, the fossil fuels are mainly obtained from dead plants and animals. Dead plants and animals. Okay, let's study what is fossil fuel. Okay, students, let's move on to the first fossil fuel, the story of coal. Okay, coal is an exhaustible natural resource and it is formed from fossils. So, it is known as fossil fuel. Students, it is a hard solid mass, a blackened color, and it is a hard solid mass. Where it used? Coal was used in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine. Okay, the second use, coal is also used as a fuel to cook food. And the third use, coal is also used to produce electricity, mainly in thermal power plants. Coal is a good fuel. Coal is used as a fuel in various industries. So many industries you are all familiar. That it can be used as a fuel. Okay, and let's move on to the history of coal. About 300 million years ago, the earth had dense forest in low-lying wetland areas. Due to natural processes like flooding, these forests got buried under the soil. Okay, these forests got buried under the soil. As more and more soil is deposited over them, they got compressed. The temperature also rises and the high pressure and temperature. The dead plants slowly got converted into coal. Okay, a coal mainly contains carbon. The slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. This is a process, very important process. Okay, carbonization. Since it was formed from the remains of dead vegetation, it is called fossil fuel. Because it is formed from dead vegetation. Okay, coal is processed in industries to get the products like coal, coke, coal tar, coal gas, etc.